Jendco is a safety supply distributor based in Columbus, Ohio. And I was reading a little bit about the business, and it was started by Beth Jarvis, a women entrepreneur. And she was also working as a pizza driver, delivering pizzas prior to starting the business, which is very inspiring. And you also have a lot of women in your team. Can you talk about Jendco and its business?
Sure. We've been around for just over 30 years by this point. As you described there, is founded by Beth, the mother. Family-owned business. Jendco is actually a acronym for the children of the family, Jenny, Emily, and David company. We started off as more or less in the abatement industry. Beth just saw an opportunity. She's working part-time in a variety of ways, and she took a leap and started delivering safety supplies, primarily for the abatement side of things, out of a van and her garage. As time went on, she saw the opportunity to branch out into a larger and larger space, and she's never looked back. She was quite the figure back in her day, and she's still a pillar here at Jendco. As CEO, she has, by this point, let the two kids, Jenny and David, primarily take the lead up to now. And for the modern digital infrastructure that we'll be discussing today, Beth just looks on with great joy to see what's been growing here.
It's interesting that Jendco is an acronym. DCKAP is an acronym as well. So that's awesome. And Matt, you have spent your career in marketing, at manufacturing and distribution. So one thing I wanted to ask you is, how has manufacturing and distribution changed over the years? Do you have any secret sauce you would like to share with our audience?
I'd say the biggest part of any success story or secret to the sauce there is just collaboration. Spending 10 years in manufacturing space, looking on the outside in from distribution channels, making sure that relationship is there between distributor and manufacturer, what opportunities can be had by all, especially with marketing, any sales intelligence, pricing, and so forth. Just really being able to walk hand in hand and have that trust and deep relationship between all entities, just absolutely paramount. And now being on the inverse of that, it's a unique challenge, just keeping up with the amount of information that all the manufacturers have. From the manufacturer side, you only have your own line to really worry about, but from the distributor side, I think our website has just over 250,000 products, so it's a lot to keep in mind. And it can be a bit of a challenge having that relationship properly with all of them, but it's a challenge that we're ready to have, and it's a good problem to have as well.
Yeah, collaboration goes a long way, especially in the distribution space, and consuming the amount of data you get from the manufacturers and processing the data and distributing it even onto your website goes a long way, and it helps in improving sales. Well said, Matt. So you are also a 3M distributor, and you recently also started selling in the 3M marketplace. Can you talk about your 3M partnership?
Yeah, we've been a partner with 3M for a number of years by now. We carry all the products for the industrial space and safety, and it's been absolutely fantastic relationship. Besides just being able to really play with the big boys out there, having that 3M brand on our website, since they are very selective about who carries the products, the fact that we have that it goes a long way with trust in the marketplace. When our customers see that, they just have a good feeling about it. 3M is a very staple brand. It's known in every household for all sorts of industries by this point. And it's been good for the bottom line for all parties.
Yeah, that's amazing. I would assume all of us would have used a 3M product one time or the other, or maybe we continue to use it on a daily basis. We might not even know. And Matt, you use Cloras, the DCKAP's integration platform, to integrate the 3M marketplace with your ERP, which is Profit 21. Can you talk about your experience working with the Cloras platform and with DCKAP in general?
Yeah, it was quite a delight, to put it bluntly. The DCKAP, when we got on board with you guys, one of the primary reasons was you had already done similar projects in the past with Cloras, with 3M, and most especially BigCommerce. In the case of our digital infrastructure, we found it to be a little easier and more advantageous to have everything syncing from Cloras to BigCommerce, and then from BigCommerce to NetSuite. And with the expertise that your team was able to bring to the table, it just zipped together perfectly. From start to finish, the project was a complete and utter just convenience. A lot of expertise you guys brought to the table, a lot of educated opinions on what best practices would be for what we're trying to do and how to go about it. Yeah, it was wonderful to work with you guys.
Appreciate it, and we appreciate the business, and we enjoy working with you as well. Thank you. And Matt, how do you see the future of the distribution industry evolving with the advent of marketplaces?
Well, getting access to a new marketplace, it's only good for the bottom line, especially again with that staple brand like 3M here. It's a win for everyone. Besides a lot of just direct revenue, going back to the name recognition, if someone who came across us for the first time saw 3M product on Jendco's website, they hopefully bought from us, but maybe they didn't. Instead, they go to 3m.com and do a purchase from there. So when they see that Jendco name being featured on 3M's website as a partner, this goes for a lot of brand recognition for us. It's a bit of a unique way to get tied up with the 3M brand. It's a marriage made in heaven by this point.
Yeah, brand recognition is a great benefit for being associated with the marketplaces. Well said there as well. And what are your thoughts on Amazon? How does that help or affect your business?
So Amazon, it's a necessary evil. It's got a positive impact. I mean, don't get me wrong. I say necessary evil with Amazon because of the amount of fees that Amazon has. It's a very expensive marketplace, but you have to be there. People expect to be able to buy basically everything on Amazon, so they're either going to Google or they're going to Amazon. Sometimes they go to Amazon first and just make a purchase. There's some SKUs that, for whatever reason, they just absolutely sell like crazy on Amazon. Don't understand it, but hey, it's there. Even at the reduced margin, though, we do look to expand our inventory on there as much as possible. We do sell quite a bit through that channel, and it does give us a lot more buying power with our manufacturers. So we're selling at a reduced margin, but we are selling more quantity of product. So between all channels involved, it still works out.
Awesome. Necessary evil. Cool. So what advice would you give for other distributors out there who are looking to improve on their digital presence?
Well, whatever you want to call them, you need a marketing technologist in-house. We have people like that, myself, we have a unique way of looking at ways to leverage in-house technology, what's being used out there, how to integrate it. And we tend to be a bit on the geeky side of things, and we have fun with it. We're able to leverage not only the IT infrastructure, but to develop the new channels, new systems, partner with people like you to get it set up, and it's just a better flow for one department.
Cool. Partner with DCKAP. Cool. And finally, I would like to always ask and end with this question. What book are you reading right now?
It's an older book. I was recently cleaning some stuff through my house and came across some of my old stuff. It's called Gray Star the Wizard. I think it was published in the early 80s. It's one of those wizard sci-fi sorcerer type books, but it's a choose your adventure book. So yeah, I forgot those types of books even existed. It's actually a game, very similar to Dungeons and Dragons, but in the form of a book. And so it's a portable game that's in paperback. Awesome.
I'm actually reading The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. So it's a very interesting book, and you should check it out as well. It kind of talks about how to make your work life easier and better. But Matt, thank you so much for joining us. And it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time, and we appreciate your business.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure as well. You have a good one.